Hi, I'm Darryl Strawberry.
Hi, I'm Tracy Strawberry. A few years ago, Darryl and I started the Darryl Strawberry Foundation to help children and adults affected by autism.
We wanted to be a voice for them and raise money to help them with their struggles.
When Darryl and I walked into the Center for Autism Education in 2006, these children ran up to Darryl. Children that they said would never talk or speak to anyone, or that they didn't like to be touched, they just ran up to my husband. And we were just able to stand back and watch and observe. We did not really know what autism was, and it just changed our life dramatically. We were also blessed with being able to hear the stories of the families, the parents that were affected, and just the tremendous struggle that it is for them on a daily basis, 24/7, 7 days a week. It's all the time for these individuals.
We were in the doctor's office and we heard autism. We didn't even really know what autism was, but we knew it was a life sentence for us.
You know, you have a picture in your head about what might happen, you know, through your child's life, and you realize that all of that's gone.
She's 15. It doesn't appear at this time that she's ever going to be able to live on her own or drive, or certainly she won't ever be a mother. There's no way. I mean, that's been clear for a long time now. So we're blessed in that she's as high as she is. She's as high functioning as she is, because at least she can speak and she can have some good days. But she's not going to get as far as we had hoped when she was 3.
1 out of every 150 children are affected. 1 in 94 boys are affected. 1 child is diagnosed with autism every 20 minutes. Autism is costing our nation over $35 billion a year and is projected to grow at a percentage rate of 10% annually. Autism only gets 5%. 5% of the funding. There will be more children that are diagnosed with autism this year than diabetes, cancer, and HIV/AIDS combined. It is a severe epidemic. It is serious. It is affecting our entire population. It affects every person, even tax dollar-wise, monetarily. We have to do something about it.
He's pretty much nonverbal. We go by, his words are muddled, and they're very few. He has some sign language. A lot we go by body language, just knowing James, try to anticipate his needs before he needs them, so there isn't a meltdown.
It would be screaming or kicking, throwing things, biting. I mean, the bad thing is what you would see. I mean, he would bite his arm. He scratches, so I have scars on my hands. We tried to protect him from himself, but he's so big right now, it's hard to control.
She can put her hands into my hair, and with strength, I don't know where it comes from, hand over hand over hand, pulling hair out.
I've battled with her, you know, and that's just, that's probably the most upsetting thing to, you know, all of us. And, you know, the kids seeing me wrestle, you know, having to restrain their sister. It just, it's not something you want to do.
Autism affects the communication and the social skills of the brain. And each individual, it can be from mild to completely debilitating. And it expresses itself in several different ways. Lack of communication, some children are nonverbal, some children exhibit aggressive, destructive behaviors. Other children are just very quiet, and they cannot interact with you. They're very intelligent, or they cannot have a social conversation. It affects that portion of the brain, but it affects it in so many different ways that you really can't sum it up. This is what we do, Fight for Autism. We want everyone to get a first-hand look of what goes on in the lives of these children and the lives of these families, and we're going to walk you on through and give you a first-hand view of the love, the quality of life, and the changes that go on in these families' lives right through these doors. So follow us. Okay, we're going to walk in, we're going to see some of our kiddos now and see what they're doing, how their day's going, and what they actually do here at the center. You sorting?
Yeah. Good job. There you go. Good job. Good job.
Are we studying? What is he learning
We're putting
to do?
our papers in the binder, and then we're going to do some daubers. Do
Fantastic.
you want to show them how you work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you open? There you go.
Eddie, are you hiding in there? Let me see that face. Let me see that face. What else? Oh, you got candy bars. I saw me a nice, how about a baby Ruth?
You're not supposed to have that much sugar. It's very important to know that without these centers and without these schools, that these children would either be in an institution, a mental institution, or they would be at home. Parents tell us all the time that the meltdowns have decreased. Some have even said from 40 meltdowns a day down to 2 to 3 meltdowns a day. Some of these parents have had the miracle of their children learning how to speak here. They've been nonverbal for 9 or 10 years, and they've come to the Center for Autism Education, and because of the way they're taught here and the way they're loved here, these children have learned how to speak. Can you imagine getting a phone call, hearing your child on the other end calling you at work, saying hi? These are amazing things.
This is music class. Patty is the music teacher. And a lot of our kids that are nonverbal really come out in music class. They love the interaction that Patty has and the music, and they love to feel it, and they do a lot of sensory activities.
Yeah!
Go, Chris. In the USA, I was born in the USA. I was.
Oh yeah, I see you moving. Oh yeah. All right.
It's easier to go through the day knowing that he's here and that he's, no matter even if he is having a meltdown, they're going to deal with it in the appropriate way. It's very calming as a mother to know that your child is being looked after and loved at rather than the school that he was at, and I didn't think that they were doing him right. But we didn't have a choice. We didn't have another option.
He has stumped doctors. He's stumped specialists that we had someone from out east that came to work just with Shane, and he stumped him. So no one's ever really been able to describe Shane or what he does, why he has these tantrums, what it's coming from, and how to stop it until he's went to the Center for Autism, and they've been able to get a hold of how to treat him or how to take care of him, and they've helped us. So.
Yes, it helped him in many degrees to control himself and to de-escalate and to relax before it happens.
If it was not for that school, I don't know if we would be able to keep her in this home. I mean, she's dangerous sometimes. She breaks things and she hurts people. So there's definitely days, there have been days when I have wondered, are we going to be able to do this? Are we going to be able to keep doing this? Or do we need to start thinking about some, other placement, having her go away? I can't stand even thinking about that.
Right now, the Darryl Strawberry Foundation is fighting to build adult day programs. Why that's so important is because after age 21, there really isn't a whole lot of structure in place as far as the government goes. Because autism is such a severe epidemic and it's been going on for so long, we weren't prepared. And when I say we, it's the world, the government. There just was no preparation. Autism's been around a lot longer than we've been aware. So we have an entire adult community out there, and our children are aging out of the system. So when they turn 21, they're cut off. Their benefits are cut off. They're very minimal. There are benefits that come from the Department of Mental Health, depending on the state that you live in, but there's not much out there. There aren't adult day facilities to carry on, to transition these individuals into, to experience quality of life and carry on with the life and the love that they knew from that day forward. And the parents are crushed. Life as they know it, the nightmare starts all over again for them.
She's 15. She can stay in the school system till she's 21. And then after that, I mean, my understanding is there's not a place for her right now. So we need that. We need a place where she can be safe and be challenged, and a place where people are able to handle the behaviors, because I don't think we'll ever be free from those behaviors.
It's extremely important that an adult daycare program be put together and put into place for, I'll say, Shane, and for really his peers, all kids with autism, those that his peers at the Center for Autism, they all need an adult program. When they graduate there right now, it's like the future is stopped for them, and they need help.
It's like, well, I'm going to handle him as long as I can, but we need the help in the future because I don't know what's going to happen to him, and I know till my dying breath I'm going to do whatever I can to have him do something in this world because he's a human being. He has a great sense of humor. It's not fair to have him just be a vegetable in a building. He can't go to a place that they just sedate him all day, and that is not a life. That's not a life for anyone. So we have to have something that he can do, so that he has a self, that he can feel good about his life. Nobody wants a life like that.
Currently, the Darryl Strawberry Foundation is covering St. Louis and St. Charles, Missouri, and different areas of the state of Missouri. We're also here in New York City supporting Long Island. There's a place called the Free Foundation that has a facility for adults, serves over 3,000 adults per year. So we would like to be more involved in helping them also. We would like to see this travel into the 50 states. Get involved. Help us help them. If I had a child that was affected, I would want somebody to help me. There are a lot of wonderful, worthy causes out there, which we also support and give our time to. Help us help them. You know, we're not naive. We know that the government can't do everything, especially in these economic times. There are people out there that can donate property. There are people out there who can donate time, their ideas, everything from printing an envelope to donating a center. Nothing is too small and nothing is too large. This is how we're going to impact this community. This is how we're going to change their lives. We have to think out of the box. Get involved. Be aware. Help us love on these families. Help us change their lives.
It's always wonderful ways you can get involved with the Darryl Strawberry Foundation. You can go to darrylstrawberry.com. You can get involved with the golf outings, come out and support the golf outings, which people have done, and I am grateful for all those. And I thank those tremendously. They come out every year and support, and even in rough times, you know, people come out and donate their time and their money to the foundation, and we are tremendously grateful for that. We always will be grateful for all the people that come out and support, the athletes that take the time out of their schedule to come out and participate in the golf outing, you know, help raise money for the foundation. From Tracy and I, from the Darryl Strawberry Foundation, from all that continue to support us, we'd like to say thank you very much.